Greetings, welcome to Yellow Talk Stuff. We're back with another studio build. Today we'll be working on an M10 Wolverine. This is actually going to be a build for a friend of mine who kind of asked for one of these for his trains and stuff, so yeah. Also, Happy New Year. I'm actually technically in 2026 now, and I hope to see the rest of you here in the future. So I guess without further ado, let's go over to our ad spot and then let's jump over into studio, shall we? Figure Prints, your place for custom stickers and custom 3D printed parts. If you like what I do, just like he does. It is custom stickers and custom 3D printed parts from my mocks and a lot of the creators' mocks. Check it out. www.rebrickable.com. Take a look around, support me, and yeah. Enjoy that, and let's go on over to studio. Alright, so let me grab some reference images. We'll be working on an M10 Wolverine, which is this TD thing, and we'll be doing it in 1/45th scale because that's the scale his trains are in, so yep. Okay, I don't have a dimension to work with. I need dimensions. Hold on a moment. M10 Wolverine dimensions. Okay. "10 feet wide." Okay. Let me just plug that into a unit serials unit converter here in the background. See, 1/45th, about 10 feet wide. Okay, so that puts it at about 8.5 studs wide. .05, yeah. Roughly 3.5 or 8.5 studs wide. Okay. Model. No. View shawl panels. There we go. Okay, so 8, and then the half stud roughly is going to be kind of like that. Yeah, 8.5. Roughly that. Actually, I have a better way to get a half hinge view. And I should probably actually get a tile. But the thickness of these hinge parts here are half of a bracket. So technically that is a half of a stud. And if we copy and mirror it, boom, even 17 studs. So yeah, there's our 8.5 stud wide we need to do. Alright, let's grow this a little bit. Nope, that's too much. Oh, now it's too little. Little more. Yeah, that's actually kind of perfect right there. 8.5. I don't know if I need this drawing. Just kind of put that over there for right now. Because more or less just these two pieces, isn't it? Just facing the other direction. Alright. So, when it comes to tanks, I actually personally like to start out with doing the track and like wheel setups. I just find that kind of the easier place to start. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go grab like a chain link here. This is probably going to only be about 1 chain link wide. Yeah, more or less, roughly. Yep, one chain link wide, alright. So let's see here, Technic gear. That is actually almost perfect. Wow. Okay, what color does that come in? Blue. Okay, that's unfortunate. I'll have to go with a slightly bigger gear and work around that. Because unfortunately, those other gears don't come in like a gray or, you know, some more standard, nicer color. And then we also want to copy and paste that to the rear here. Because the front and the rear need to be the same. Let's see, now for the wheels. Okay, they're a little bit more than a stud. Alright, that's fair enough. What about wheel? Because they should have rubber tire tread accessory. Hold on. That's too big. Okay. I don't know if we'll get something that's kind of on par with rubber. Probably just gonna have to ignore the road wheel rubbers. Something like that then? Oh, that'll probably work, yeah. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. And paste. And paste it again. There we go. Yeah, so that would be kind of the basis to our road wheel setup. Oh man, I'm yawning a lot. I was awake at unholy hours just because it was New Year. And I am kind of paying the price for it now, because oh boy, I kind of toasted a little bit. This is kind of using the Sherman chassis, isn't it? A little bit. Not like a 1-to-1 100%, but like kind of close to it. It's gonna be interesting doing these angles, if we even can. Actually, you know what? If I angle this piece, I'll probably get some of that angle there. Either way, this is not going to be the most easiest thing to work on. Okay, can I see? Okay, so there's the chassis. I can see the chassis right there, and I can see that it angles up. Like right about there, it angles up. I think I need more reference images. Hold on. Let me bring you guys with me over here to the interwebs. Nope. Happy New Year, Yellow. Happy New Year, Mr. Octopus. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. M10 images. I need to see a little bit more of what's going on with these things. Okay, there's kind of a rear end photo. Okay, wait, here we go. Okay, I actually don't think that that's even helping me. I wonder if I might have to load up World of Tanks just to get some good reference images for the rear. So yeah, it is like staggered. Okay. That's interesting. Rear. Yeah, because it's like staggered, isn't it? Almost like a... So it slopes up and then it like boxes out. This must be... Oh, this must be the exhaust right here. Why are you looking at me? They have the turret turned around. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they're just... Okay, so they're just off a little bit. Alright. That'll be kind of interesting to design up. Alright, let's go back over to studio here. I'll grab a few images to bring with us. And then I'll use them to the best of my ability. Okay, nice. There are all JPEGs. Okay. Model, add reference image. There we go. So yeah, it slopes up and then it like has this exhaust bit coming down too. A little bit of a muddied one, but yeah, still. This one doesn't have the exhaust bit that's actually coming down. Noticing that on this one. We have two tow hooks and the hitch in the back. And the exhaust. Kind of low down. Alright, I guess without further ado though, plate modified. Can I just actually run these? Like the whole way too? No? No. Okay. I might have to use the Technic wheels. Because this isn't gonna work out. Let's go to wheels. Because I need to place them at like different odd offsets. And that's gonna be difficult. So hard? Question mark? I'm just trying to figure out the offsets and getting the various Lego parts aligned. Because one thing I could do is build it all sideways. Which probably wouldn't be amazingly ideal, but it could work. Let's see, Technic pin, I need you like that, thank you. And now I need a plate modified. Do you please? And then I need also the other types, the downwards, there we go. Paste, okay. So this should give me, yeah, more or less the offset that I'm kind of looking for. Copy, paste. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Oh, come on. Copy, paste, and then the last guy is going to be this setup here. That should kind of just work out, more or less. This slopes up, and then once it hits up top here, then it kind of flattens out again. Yeah. Alright. So now it's just a matter of actually connecting all of this together. How many plates long is that? That's 12 plates long. Okay. Well, that kind of makes things easier, knowing that it's 12. Select by connected, grab you. Grab all this and just bring it over. We're gonna start getting some chassis together now, finally. There we go. It's one half. I need to copy and mirror to get the other half. And then stick some 2x3s in here because it has to be 5 wide. That. And then that is the basis to the chassis, basic, more or less. Alright, so next up on the plate is going to be getting the sprockets on. This rear one I don't think would be too difficult because I can probably just use something like this guy. No? Are you like jumpered out there? Oh, it's probably jumpered. Oh no. Okay, so what happens if we do put you on a jumper? Kind of getting more correct. Guess my other option is bracket, probably. Let's put a bracket there, and then I guess for now we'll use a brick modified. I'll have to use probably a plate later on to be better. Okay, we're getting closer to the alignment that I need. It's not perfect, but it's a little better. Okay, how about upwards bracket? Yeah. Might be about as close as we're gonna get alignment-wise. Let's see here. For at least this part, I can stick the like too tall bracket here. Is that there? There we go. Yeah, it might be about as good as I'm gonna get alignment-wise. It's probably more or less a copy-paste to the other side. It's a bit unfortunate. It'll just make things a little bit more not well attached, but I can probably just plate stack to regain some strength structurally. Let's get a 1x10 in here too. There we go, thank you. Oh, wait, I think I messed up a little bit. Yeah, I think I did just a little bit because I can actually add brackets like all the way across. There we go. And then we can kind of grab all of this, copy paste to the other side. Grab this brick, put that up front. There we go. Yeah, that's more or less how that actually needs to be connected. Get the proper alignments of all the sprockets and everything. See, Technic, axle, I need without the friction, there we go. One right there, another one back there. Oh, those are not aligned, hold on. There we go. Yep, there we go. So there's our, basically our whole road wheel track setup. I'll have to figure out how to do these little bits. For now, though, I think one thing I'm going to do is actually just stand this up like that. There we go. That'll make my life easier. And I also need to copy and paste these to the other side. There we go. That's a little better. In the front, we're gonna have to deal with this curving bit. Slopes have to mess around with that. I think for now I'm gonna focus on the rear because the rear will just be easier. And I think to make it even easier, I should just bracket it fully. This does not have a plate. I need a plate down here. There we go. And I'll switch this to plate modified. The inverted version of the ones we have down here. Now I'll just provide a little more structural strength having these attached. For the front, I don't think we can do that. This will be too tall and we can't like cover it. A little bit too tall. But we might be able to squeak by it. Let's see, copy, paste that there. I think I can do basically a bunch of slopes. Kind of like that. And then probably just put these guys down here in like the middle. Technically this should be probably the opposite way. Let's see, slope curved. Oh, I only have these guys. That might actually give me like a good texture a little bit. Yeah, going this way, I'm not going to get a good texture. And it's gonna weaken the attachment. I actually have to go like that. I don't have much of a choice. Alright, so, yep, I'm more or less forced to have to go like this and then put cheese slopes along the bottom. That'll kind of more or less give me the thing I want. These 2 points here, I should actually change out for tile modifieds to add clips for the, that would basically be the little toe hooks on the front. And then on the rear, more or less the same story. Except I don't think any of this is going to get added. So I need to put a toe ball in the middle. Let's see, plate modified. I want the mixels joint. There we go. Because that'll make the perfect toe ball. Sticking her out the right like that. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Then I guess I gotta put slopes above, because the exhaust venting will do something funky kind of out the bottom there. Actually, you know what? What if I just did... Okay, I'm trying to think here. So I'm thinking, what if I did tiles and then put a piece, like a binocular, kind of like right here in the middle? Because with like a binocular, I could get something that probably looks really close to the exhaust. More or less kind of like that? Yeah. That's kind of accurate. Put some tiles like that. There we have our toe ball, or well, what should probably be more accurate would be a clip, but having an actual tow ball will allow you to actually tow it like some kind of trailer behind this thing. And then for the rest of it, it's more or less just building up the frame. Okay, let's see here. Plate modified. Looks like I need to do probably a jumper here. A jumper doesn't work out. Let me see this again. Hold on. Where's my other reference image? There it is. Okay, so I need to put a plate here. Never mind. I don't think I can put anything in between there. That is just kind of like right in the middle of everything. Okay, I'm trying to look here and see what would be the best bet for doing the suspension bit here along the side. I definitely need to do like a brick, like some kind of sideways shenanigans here, just to get things to fit nicely. This is actually like a plate too tall. I think that should be like down like that. I think this is over too much though. Big bracket. Yep, that's over. Oh, that's disappeared down there. Please don't do that, please. Let's see, copy, paste that there. Okay, is that more or less the middle? So I would like to attach this with like a bar. Yeah, that's more or less the middle. All right, sweet. Jeez, this frame is going to be like a mess to build. I'll have to improve the strength of it by putting more plates kind of like along the bottom here. Actually, yeah, okay, so improving the strength won't be too difficult. Definitely I want some extra plates kind of along the bottom to help with just trying to give this thing like any extra strength it can get, which might make it look a little bit bloated from the side, but hopefully we can hide some of those crimes. Copy, paste. Should be more or less everything. Yep. And I should be able to more or less paste it kind of all the way along. Copy, paste. There we go. I'm actually going to probably run bars all the way across and into these bits, and that Technic pin with that bar attachment should give pretty good strength across. Let's see, tile modified. We can actually probably use these tiles. Create some of the design work here. There we go. That kind of looks more or less like the actual like the drive system. That works. Cool. I like that. I guess, oh, I need a sausage, actually. I'll put sausages. Which will be kind of funny because, my friend has actually got annoyed because I've used sausages so many times for things. So I've used them for like suspension details on like some of his train wagons and other things. So he just has like a crap load of sausages. There we go. Yeah, I think sausages will kind of work for that. Sweet. There we go. So we're getting some details together here. I think I can delete these one by ones, and I can try and improve the strength by just plate stacking to the extreme again. Okay, maybe that one by one had to stay there. Okay, and I gotta, hold on, I gotta select my color, copy, paste. What? Oh. Okay, well, yeah, there's that chain link there. I need to, maybe not get rid of that, but I need to actually probably get to attaching some of the chain to this. Okay, grout. I'm just trying to like dig out all of the stuff we put on the one side so I can copy and mirror it to the other side. There we go. I should be more or less everything. Copy and mirror. Maybe I'll use some cut hose inside. Main, custom parts, hose. I want 1.5 roughly. There we go. Yeah, 1.5 should be about correct length. There we go. And that'll just improve strength of things. There we go. This looks like this needs to be some more 1-bys stacked. Or no, this actually would be even better if I did 3-bys. So you know what? We have a piece that can actually go back here. Here's a plate modified that is in a C shape. There it is. Go right there. Perfect. Copy, paste, put that there. We're actually looking really good right now. Actually, I think we actually have some frame together. I guess without further ado, it's time to put some track on this thing. Okay, so I want this chain link piece to be probably right about there. There we go. That's about where I need to be. Now it's time to add the chain. Give this thing some tracks. Okay, right about there. Looks like I need to move this back potentially. Just a little bit. That. Alright, hinge this. This will be a lot of hinging to get this kind of wrapped around the Technic gear here. Copy paste. Copy. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't mean to delete that. Copy paste. And hinge you down level. There we go. This one down here, this is just a lot of copy and pasting now to get this straight. There we go. And again, same thing. Copying and pasting. A whole lot of straight pieces to get the track right along there. There we go. Alright, so then start curving this around this sprocket and we'll be good. Check you out. Copy, paste. Hinge. Oop. Copy, paste. There we go. Okay, now we're getting it to kind of knuckle around here. More or less, you know, to now just hinge this 3-bar section. Yep, that works. There we go. Sweet. Now we can do the fun part, which is select by typing color, grab this chain, and then just do a copy and mirror and move it to the other side. Right about like that. And there we go. We now officially have both sides. Ta-da! Technically we do have a roller wheel, like right here. Yeah, it's in the back. It's right back here. Can't really add that because we just don't have the space to. Just a little unfortunate, but oh well. Look at that. We already have a baseline chassis. This is actually going like extremely quickly, which is good. Now it's going to be the fun part. Getting all these angle bits to come together. We also got to get these little track flaps bits on here too. How big are those? Those are about like 2 studs wide, aren't they? Yeah, they are. You know what? I have the perfect thing. Modified. See, no. Slope curved. Sorry, slope curve would be perfect. So we can get a curve slope bit on there, and then we can use the wedge bit on the outside there. Let's see, wedge, plate, no, wedge. More or less like that. Looks like I have to attach it more or less like right on top of there. Hold on. That probably won't work out too well. wonder if I'll have to. I might have to do something else to actually get some kind of flap across the top there. Maybe I'll just focus on the side first, the large side. All right, plate. I think this is going to be about 2 studs long. Yeah, that is actually more or less 2 studs long along that plate side. Yep, okay. All right, so what are we looking at wedge-wise? Probably about that wedge plate. This one is a lot sharper. Yeah, no, that's we're looking almost like this type of wedge sharp there. Definitely in the rear, we want areas where we can attach track to as well. Or just a little bit of some extra detail. 3x? Ooh, 3x is a little too long. Why is 3x just a little bit too long? It's like almost a plate thickness too long. I guess we could push this out more. So maybe 3x is actually fine. Okay, there we go. So that's about the full width of the side plate. What angle is this again? Okay, so that's 90. That's perfectly vertical, and this is about 55, so it's not quite a 45-degree angle for the plate armor. Oop, can't get that underneath there. Okay. Can't get it underneath there too. Okay, I can put that at least, and then 1x10. That works. I think I'm gonna have to use hinge bricks, I think, to get this to sit at any type of angle. Let's see here. I can probably hide my crimes mostly around the turret basket area. The only thing that's going to be of trouble with the M10 is that this turret basket is hollow. And that's not going to make things easy. Okay. That's the 55-degree angle. Looks like I'm going to have to add some plates to the top of that hinge. Hold on. I have to bury this in there a little more. Select by connected. I need... let's see, like a 1x6? Yeah, there we go. Push this out just a little bit more. Probably too low, though. Hold on, I need to bring this across. Yeah, we're too low. Okay. I need a frontal profile. Model, add reference image. I need this drawing again. And the nice thing is, because we have 2 of the same drawing, I can grab a dimension off of this one, Control C, and put it onto this one, Control V. And now we have 2 of the same drawing. Okay, so let's This is the front, so let's actually probably put this so that the front is facing. No, wait. I need to line it by the blueprints. So I need to line it right about there-ish. Okay. So now the blueprints should be more or less aligned. Okay, maybe they're not. There. Now they're aligned. Okay. Okay, so that armor plate needs to go out about another plate, actually. So maybe this will actually work out. Just stack multiple, like, 1x6 plates. And then, like, boom, there we go. I have it just magically out where I need it. There we go. Alright, so let's put this back again. I think that needs to be, like, right about there-ish. So yeah, that's in place, technically where it needs to be. We are just striking basically the track the whole length, though. That's not helping anything. Trying to think of what's even thin enough to, like, shove underneath there. To add any kind of attachment to this. Doesn't help that the tracks are pretty thick and massive. But it is more or less about where that needs to be. I guess maybe a little bit less than the angle? Still though. I need it to be out just a little bit further. Plate out would be too far. I need like in between. I think I'm gonna have to change this to a different type of connection. Potentially. Let's just leave these two bits. I just need this to be selected by connected. How far does that need to come out? Probably about there-ish to clear the track, roughly. Alright, let's build into here now, I guess. So that's probably going to be my only option. Okay, plate round. I probably shouldn't be doing any of this stuff near the turret basket. Just because I need to leave the turret basket area kind of hollow. So that way when I put in the turret, I have space to work to make it kind of hollow like the actual tank is. That's a... Okay, we might have something here. That might be with jumpers. Jumpers might be my best friend here. Hold on. Yeah, that's real close. Okay. Select by connected. Grab this whole thing. Put that like that. And I want to actually, before I do anything, copy and mirror it. So we have two different sides. Now I want to take this and plop that roughly right there. I think that's the alignment that I need. Alright, then copy mirror, put that over on the other side. And boop, there we go. Yeah, it's more or less roughly where that needs to be. Why is this one so much more higher? Oh. That'd be because I forgot to delete something. There we go. Now it's fixed. So yeah, there we go. Now we have our two side plates. I need to have, in a few places probably, some bits that will just push on the side armor, just to kind of keep it from interfering with the track. I'm thinking bars might work. Like this guy? Okay, maybe not that guy. But something similar. Okay, so that actually just holds it there. Good. That's kind of what I want, is just something like that that just kind of makes it so that it holds it out and away from the track. So that, you know, if you grab it by like the sides or whatever and it gets squeezed in, that it isn't like squeezing into like the track and stuff and messing things up. I think I'm gonna have some up front too, like that. And there we go. We have side armor. Looking pretty snazzy. Okay, so now it's time for, I think, let's do the rear armor next. The rear will probably be fairly simple because it's probably just these wedge plates, more or less. Yeah, kinda. It's not quite, but it's close enough. There's like a heck ton of stuff going on in the back here for attachment points for all kinds of like tools and equipment. So we'll have to add that in later. Okay, question is, did we just do what we did, but like again? Let's see here. I need to get some more plates down. We're not gonna have any engine detail, unfortunately. Scale is kind of just a little bit too small for some good engine detail. Oop, didn't mean to delete that. Paste. Plate modified. You, my good sir. I'll have to do some good tile work and stuff across the top to get everything else into place. Cover it up. Cover up me crimes. Okay. So I do need to change the angle, but more or less, I think we kind of got it. The hinge. Drop that kind of like that. Okay, we are hitting a lot more than I thought we would be. Is it tad unfortunate? Copy paste. Let's try that again. Oh, because it's not totally actually like 6 wide. I see. Okay, a little more. There. That should be about where everything will sit more or less happy, hopefully. So yeah, it's a little bit less than 6 wide. That's why it's kind of doing angry and happy things. There we go. Alright, and then I'll just run a You know what? No, I need to run a 1x6 down lower. Oh, can't see the exhaust. I guess the exhaust just needs to be mounted a little bit lower. There we go. Now we can see the exhaust. Just barely poking out from the bottom. Can I put some brackets here underneath to do the venting system that's kind of going on in the back here? Maybe? You're hitting the binoculars just a little bit. Because basically, for the venting system, all I gotta do is put some slopes down. Kind of like that. Actually, that is like almost perfect. Okay, in doing that though, ooh, trying to contemplate how to work more things out. So maybe I want to put binoculars a little further out. No, that won't work. What about other binoculars? Let's see here. Minifig, utensil. Might have to do some test building actually to see how much the binoculars would push against the. They would definitely push against the other pieces though. That's kind of just a given. See, I think the only thing I can get away with is if I split those. Hold on, I need a plate. Split them, put a plate there, and then did it like that. That might work. Kind of make it so that the binoculars aren't angry. We're going just right around that coupler thing. I might need to whip out a test build. I guess if not, I can just negate them, because they're not always there. So like that works too. Like that. And these brackets are actually being a holder here. So they're keeping this from getting pushed down in. So that works for like the rear armor. Now it's time for the frontal armor. And one problem with the frontal armor is we got little lights sitting up there. Right there. Kind of almost midway. It's kind of makes things a little bit challenging. I'm amazed at how fast we're kind of going along with this, though. I was thinking that this project would... I mean, it's probably still going to be like a 2-stream project, but like... At some point here, I think I might have to just cap it so that we have enough content for a good second stream. Next week, when my eyes don't feel like I have burned them out from fireworks. Yeah, I may have accidentally injured myself by staring into fireworks a little bit too much. But I am getting old, and actually I'm not that old, but like still though, I'm at the age of where like your ears kind of just like, whatever, I just need to sleep, man. I need my sleep. But I did stay up with my roommate and lit some fireworks and had some fun. Just some sparklers though. Didn't do anything too super crazy. But more or less because neither of us felt super comfortable doing full fat fireworks. We did try and order a fountain firework thing, but unfortunately it was sold out, so it's just like whatever. Sparklers it is then. That'll be fine. Just probably not the brightest idea to stare directly into the sparkler. It's like the same pain in the eyes that welders get when they look into their welds. Maybe not exactly the same pain, because if you look like into a weld, which I have done before, accidentally, when I was young, yeah, your eyes will feel like they're on fire. A little dry, a little bit burning and stuff. It's not a good time. Alright, I am stumbling and fumbling, trying to think of a way to do the frontal armor. I could probably do a simple thing like I did back here. I feel like that's not the complete answer. $19,320. Looks like about 320 is kind of what we're looking at. I mean, it's not raw. It's not bad though, doing it like that. Oh, this is not centered either. Oops. Yeah, I don't think it would be bad doing it like that, though. No, it's just a matter of actually, like, attaching it. I think, again, we're gonna be... No! Okay. Why do I run into, like, the 6-wide problem back here? But up front, I don't. That makes no sense unless something is rotated weirdly. I don't think it is. Maybe I should just pretend like there is no problem. And ignore it, and maybe it'll just go away. Let's see. I do think I need to do a plate modified thing up here. Brackets? Okay, maybe this will work. Okay, so that's close. What happens if we actually connect it? Let's throw a bar through here. Okay, so that's not actually super connected. No, I don't want to do that. Sorry. I want to kind of take that and then just plop that back down. How we looking here for frontal armor? Yeah, it's probably about where we need to be. Oh, wait. We're clipping here. We're clipping. Okay. So, yeah, to fix that, I think I gotta do a few things here. Okay, so I gotta do this. And I gotta put that 3x3 back down there. Put that back there. And then put the 1x6 across, right? Oh boy. How bad have I borked things? Probably not any reasonably bad, but still bad enough. Looks like I need to put almost a plate. Yeah, I do need to put like almost a plate there. There we go. Oop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My blueprints! I've screwed them up! Okay, there we go. And then I think I gotta put like a tile across the bottom here. Yeah, more or less. The only thing we're missing though is the flaps over the wheels. I gotta add that somehow. The rest of this is looking pretty good. But we're missing the flaps across the wheels. See, where are those headlights at? They are more or less just right on top of these bits. Oh, you know what? What about flag pieces? Would that help me? So that would give me smooth some things. That probably doesn't sound very reassuring. But maybe, just maybe, that is my answer. It's flag pieces up front. Okay, so not quite, because we are hitting some things here. But also, yeah, no, we're hitting a great many things, aren't we? Hold on, are we just like not fully like in place? Maybe I need to go back a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if that's solving my problem or not. Trying to look at other things here then. Let's see, tile modified. I would like to use probably bars, honestly. I mean, maybe we can put the headlights just a little bit wider? Nah, it probably won't work out as well as I would like to pretend it would. Tile modified with the studs. There we go. And here's another one. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you can technically, I think, put these little bar pieces on top of studs. Hold on, do I have any of them like right next to me here? I still have like some sets I got for Christmas just kind of strewn about my desk, but I don't think I got any of those bar pieces for in any of these sets. Oh no, I did. Hold on. I do. I can do a simple test. Hold on. No, it does not want to go across the stud and a stud. Okay. Alright, well, that answers that. So no, that does not actually work. That needs to be smoothed. So maybe I actually do need to put that back how that was. Alright, do actually need to maybe try the flag piece thing then. Even though we are getting these wedges in tile form. But I don't think any of them will be coming in gray. Which is unfortunate. So I guess the lags, it is. It is. Alright, let's get this into place here, kind of, more or less where it needs to be. Oop. This is, yeah, it's not, I don't think it's same angle, or is it? No, it is the same angle. Yeah, the fun part though is that it's clipping in where we need to like hose, like some kind of bar at. Hold on. From here to here, how long are we looking? Almost like nine long. Let's see, hose, 3mm, 10, no, 9 long. Here we go. Okay, my dumb mind is like, okay, could we just like leave this and let it just kind of sit in there like that? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad would that actually just be to just leave that like that? 7. Let's go to 8 long. Copy, paste. Actually, no, I should do copy mirror. Mirroring will be a lot more efficient. Another thing we have to compete with, though, because we can lock it in like that. This is locked in now. Another thing we have to compete with, though, is like the tracks. This will be hitting the tracks. It's like, that's not super ideal. It does give me some good mud flaps, though, over top of the track. These things are kind of chunky, aren't they? little chunky things. Surprisingly a bit chunky. Yeah, right now we're clipping into the track though. Quite a bit, might I add, too. It's not even like a little bit of a clip, it's like a lot of a clip. And then I was just gonna do honestly, some plate rounds. Kind of facing forward-ish. Like that. To be our lights. That kind of works as like the headlights a little bit. Taillights, I guess, are in like a similar situation, but probably work around some things with that. Yeah, got the big cage things. See, the nice thing though is that this is nicely encapsulated too. Does this hose even come? Okay, so it does come in like light bluish gray. Do a light bluish gray on there. Still haven't really solved the whole mudflat problem. But this might involve some test building, see how things go. It's like the track runs across that. Slow curved. Problem is that's like in the middle. Oh, wait. Did you just attach? Oh, you're the non-stud version, sorry. There's a reason you won't attach, and that's because you're the studded version. Let's see, plate modified. What if I just did something like this? I don't know how smoothly the tracks can run through it. I think that's probably my biggest concern, is I don't know how smoothly the tracks can run through it. I'll have to build this chassis out more or less. Just see how things kind of go. That can probably go like that. It's, at least in my eye, it looks like the stud can fit right down the middle of the track. And if it can, and it can do it smoothly, because that'll need to be another big point too, is it has to do it smoothly. Then, like, hey, that's kind of like an epic win. But if it can't, then well, that's more of an epic fail. Maybe I'll just leave that for right now. Just a little bit of a flapless. My only other thought too is that I just, not that. Don't find an alternative. Unless the older one is maybe better? Older one might be better. Actually, I think I just pulled out the same one. Nope. This is the other one. And I just put the flap over a little bit so that the clip is running right in between the track. That might also be another solution right there. Alright. Anyways, though, I mean, we've made wildly good progress on just this chassis alone. Like, we have a really solid chassis going right now, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. I'm gonna go get some rest. My eyes are they are hurting. See if I can help them to stop hurting because of my foolish mistakes. But yeah, we have a chassis. It needs some test building, so I'll have to test some things, get some things together. I think I have more or less all the parts on hand. I probably don't have these binocular pieces, but we know that's not hitting anything right now, so I don't think that's too much of a cause for concern. Yeah, I have sausages, I can test the wheel things, other things. Yeah, have to see how that goes. Go ahead and save this real quick before we end off. 1/45 M10 Wolverine. There we go. Not valid. Okay, so it doesn't like the slash. Can I do a dash? I can do a dash. 1/45 M10 Wolverine. There we go. Alright, well, I guess without further ado, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day / evening, depending where you're in the world. take care, and yeah, Happy New Year, and I shall see you all again next time. Bye bye.